Whew. Hi, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the bench. A little messy today, but not too bad. In the middle of doing some things. Wait, today we're going to do another installment of the Custom Boutique Blend series. And I'm kind of going to go off the system that I was doing. I was doing 2 blends from each blender. I think I did 2 from Emerson Southern Forged, 2 from Cloud Bear, 2 from Mylan. I did 2 last week, or the last 2 weeks. I've been trying to put these out every Monday from Emerson Southern Forged, but I have to kind of get off the system because I got to talk about a blend. And if you're some of the few people out there that got this blend, I would really like to hear from you on what you think. But today we're doing Meteora, and I can't really push in because when I do, it doesn't focus anymore. I don't really know why, but it just doesn't do it. New phone, I have to check it out. But Meteora is a blend that Jim created for the Pipe and Tamper podcast. I will leave a link for Emerson Southern Forge down in a bucket and the Pipe and Tamper podcast. You can see Jay and Mike and their guests talk pipes, talk blends, well, they talk a lot. And it's a pretty salty podcast, but I like it. It's a good podcast. But this blend was created by Emerson Southern Forge for the Pipe and Tamper podcast. He actually created 4 blends, and Jay and Mike picked their favorite blend. I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't watched it to tell you if they picked 1, 2, 3, or 4. And that blend became Meteora. Awesome blend. But I digress. And I've been smoking on this. I got this about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. And I've been smoking this blend daily. Like I've said in other videos, I don't want to come out and do a nose take or a custom blend take. Don't really know what I'm calling it. A day after I got the blend in the mail because, well, I don't think it's good representation. I like to run it through several bowls. I like to, smoke it in the morning, smoke it in the evening, smoke it with a beer, a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, a glass of water to really get a good feel for the blend. Oh, and today I am smoking out of my meerschaum. I don't know why, but this blend goes great out of my meerschaum. Better than any of the briars I have. I don't really know why. So what's in Meteora? Meteora is composed of Latakia or Latakia. We got to have a question and answer thing on what do you guys call it? What do you think it should be called? Dark-fired Kentucky, Bosma, Samson, Yellow Virginia, Red Virginia, and Perique. Give it a look for the dark-fired Kentucky because if you've watched my channel and my takes on blends, I'm not a big dark-fired Kentucky fan. I'm not a big burley fan. If they're too present in the blend, I tend not to, it doesn't hit my palate right. But this dark-fired Kentucky that's in here, I'm not picking it out. It's not coming in the front and saying hello, so to speak. It's mixed in there, and it's really nice. The Virginias are smashed in there, so to speak, and add a little bit of sweet notes, a little bit of spice from the Perique. And the Latakia, it's right there in the front saying hello. So I do have my book going. Oh, and today I am smoking a Elcottville Brewing Company Czech Pilsner. It's a Friday. Fridays are my off day. I only work 4 days a week. So I figured, well, let's have a beer. So with you. Oh, very good. This blend clums. It's perfect clums. Did you hear that? This blend clums. This blend comes ready to smoke. No real dry time needed, nothing like that. And it rubs out into a perfect consistency for me. I'm not a big folder and stuffer, and also I can't time this video because my monitoring thing dissipated on me. Excuse me. Got my book. Anyway, it's good. A lot of times I'm always looking at that, All right. And a couple of people have asked, is the book like a prop? No, it's not a prop. I actually write all my notes in there, whether I like it or not. You know, things I tasted, things I liked, things I didn't like. Emerson Southern Forged Meteora. I got this blend on 2/24. Actually, I got it probably a couple days before that, but I first smoked it and got into it on 2/24. The tin note, it was sweet, sour, smoky, had that campfireness. That's that latakia coming out, or latakia. I don't know what to call it. The cut, I got it. It comes in a pressed plug. The color was a mix of light to dark browns and black. My first smoke was out of my Big Ben large billiard. I had a cup of coffee and my teeth were in. I rubbed out from the plug. No dry time other than just, you know, a minute or two sitting on the paper. Okay. My first take on it. The Latakia was up front. It was smoky and it was thick. I said it had great sour notes. Once again, very balanced and burning very cool. I liked the aftertaste. Perfect with my cup of coffee. It had a subtle sweetness to it. No one component is taking over, although you can definitely get the smokiness when you first fire it up from the Latakia. I'm just going to say it a different way every time, guys. You haven't figured that out. I go, this blend strikes me as something you would have while in a duck blind or a deer blind in fall. A cup of coffee and this blend on a crisp morning, or while you're hunting in your hunting cabin, after a day in the field. And by that, I mean, this just seems like an outdoors blend. It seems like something that you would take on a steelhead fishing trip. If you're in Western Pennsylvania or New York around there, you usually go steelhead fishing when the weather is less than favorable. But it seems like something you'd have around the campfire or back at the hunting cabin after a day sitting in the field looking for a deer, shooting some ducks, squirrel hunting, something like that. You'd sit around, you'd have a bowl of this with a glass of whiskey, and life would be good. I said it would be great with a glass of whiskey, sitting by the fire, reading your book. With your dog by your side. My dogs are probably laying on my couch right now. I said halfway down, and now I'm starting to get some spice. I said it was a very deep flavor the more I smoked. The bottom half is deep and smooth. I said, so far, this is a top to bottom blend. And by that, I mean this blend, as I said in previous videos with previous blends, it starts one way and it just smokes its way through, and it goes and it gets deeper, and little nuances come out. You get a little bit of sweetness with some Virginias. You get some spiciness with some Periques. And the Latakia, as I said Latakia last time, it's ever present in there. And Pipe and Tamper, Jay and Mike both said they picked this blend because they felt that it was a blend for everybody. Yeah, I can see that. I can't see a new pipe smoker. If you've been smoking a piper oh my gosh, I can't talk. If you've been smoking a pipe for a month, I'm really not sure this blend's going to hit you right. But for me, this blend it's coming out really good. And it burns down clean, burns to white ash, and usually it's one or two relights when I'm not talking. If I'm just sitting here listening to the radio, listening to a podcast, having a cup of coffee, I'm pretty good to go. That's really nice. Now, Jim has it listed under, it is a Balkan, and I did ask him if this is going to be one of his standard blends, and he doesn't know yet. So I don't know if it has You know, I don't know why, but he doesn't know yet. I have a feeling it's going to be because I think 25 or 26 of these plugs went out, and I think people are going to clamor for this. They're going to want this. And once again, I think this blend is going to sell her incredibly well. So what am I giving it from the bench? I'm giving it 4 matchsticks because I've been smoking this daily for a week and a half, a week, and I can't get enough. It smokes great out of my meerschaum. It smokes great out of my briars, but my meerschaum has I get better flavor out of it with certain Balkans, and this is definitely one of them. But very enjoyable. And if you can, get your hands on some of this Meteora. Once again, Jim from Emerson Southern Forged, his information will be below. If you want to check out his blends, if you want to look at anything, look at his Instagram. You can contact him through Instagram. Also, his email link is on there too. So you can email him direct. You can talk about blends, and he can hook you up with some awesome stuff. Well, hey, from the bench, this is Noah. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.